All right, we're going to do one of these problems together. So we're given an equation, y plus 1 equals 7/3 times x minus 4. So that's in point slope form. And our prompt is to A, plot the graph, B, transform the equation to slope intercept form, and then C, put the equation into general form. Okay, so let's start out with part A. Now our first step is going to be to look at this equation and identify the slope and the particular point on the line. So we could look at this. We know that the slope is right here, 7/3, right? Just as a reminder, the point slope form, let me write it over here, y minus y1. Y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. Okay, so we know that the slope is equal to 7/3. So I'll go slope is equal to 7/3. And the particular point, okay, I'm going to use the method of seeing what makes both sides equal to 0. So over here, if I plugged in a 4, it'll make the right-hand side of the equation 0. On the left-hand side, if I plug in a -1, it'll make the left-hand side equal to 0. So 0 equals 0 satisfies the equation. So we know the particular point is 4, comma, -1. X comma y, 4, comma, -1. Okay, let's continue on with part A. Okay, we're going to plot. All right, so let's go. Let's see how much room I'm going to need. 7/3, 4, comma, -1. Okay, I'll start out with 10 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I might run out of room. Let's kind of eyeball it. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 3, 10. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, let's see if I have enough room here. Let's see. Particular point is 4, comma, -1. So let's graph the particular point. 4, comma, -1. So over 4 down, -1. Let me label a little bit more. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Okay, that looks good. So there's our particular point. 4, comma, -1. Okay, our slope is 7/3. So let's do our slope triangle. So rise over run, right? So a rise of 7, so up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a run of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I probably should have used a dotted line there, so let me do this. Okay, so there's our rise, and our run was 3. Okay, so our second point we could place over here. All right, so this is a rise, this is our run, and we can now draw a line connecting those 2 points. 2 points determine a line. There's the line. And actually, let's even write down that the rise is equal to 7 and the run is equal to 3, just to make it absolutely clear what's going on here. The run is equal to 3. Okay, I think we're done with part A. It says plot the graph, clearly showing the point and the slope that appear in the equation. Okay, so we've shown a particular point over here and also our slope triangle to show the slope. Okay, next part. Transform the equation to slope intercept form. Okay, we're going to need more room. So let me go down here. We're going to transform to slope intercept form. Y plus 1 equals 7/3 times x minus 4. Okay, so we're going to go to slope intercept form, which is y equals mx plus b. Okay, so it looks like what we'll do, let's first distribute that 7/3. Right, let me just kind of do this. We're going to distribute through to both terms. So equals 7/3 x minus, let's see, 7 times 4 is 28. 28 over 3. And let's see, we're going to need to subtract 1 from both sides, right? We want y on its own on the left. Let's do that. So we end up with y is equal to 7/3 x. You could always pause the video and work ahead if you want. And this is 28/3 minus 1. I'm going to write 1. We need a common denominator, right, to combine these. So minus 3/3. So that's equal to 7/3 x minus 31/3. Okay, I'll box out. I think we're in slope-intercept form. Hey, by the way, a quick sanity check. We could kind of like eyeball our graph. Okay, so negative 31/3, that's like roughly negative 10. And that's our y-intercept. So y-intercept of roughly negative 10. Let's look here. If I kept extending this line, okay, yeah, it'd be about right, around negative 10. Okay, so that kind of makes sense. All right, let's keep going. So the last part is part C. Transform the equation to ax plus by equals c form, where a, b, and c are all integers. Okay, so let's go back to part C. All right, so we start out with this. And we want to go to ax plus by equals c, I believe. Let me look back here. Yep. Where all of those are integers. Okay, so let's start rearranging. Let me not skip any steps. So I'm going to subtract. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of fractions right off the bat. Okay, so I'm going to multiply the whole thing by 3. So both sides, let's multiply by 3 to get rid of all the fractions. Okay, so 3y is equal to 7x minus 31. Okay, we're not quite there. Let's go ahead and move the x to the other side to get it into this form over here. So we will subtract 7x from both sides, and we are left with minus 7x plus 3y equals negative 31. Okay, we're almost done. One other convention, I think I might have mentioned this before, is sometimes it's taught that you want to have a positive number here in the a position. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and multiply both sides by negative 1. So we'll end up with x minus 3y equals positive 31. Positive 31. And then we're done. That's a general form, ax plus by equals c. And I think we finished that problem.